Just questions in English, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll,
Then you'll get an answer.
Now, I'll start real quick with Paris, as it was a great Olympics. Like, what's your opinion of the whole track and field, Team USA track and field? Paris
Team USA?
Yes.
Well, Team USA had a lot of success. I mean, I think it was the most medals they've ever had in the Olympic Games, and I don't know about golds, but I know it's the most medals. So they had an incredible performance. And obviously, other than the men's relay, I thought the games went amazing. There were some upsets with the 1500, and some of the field events didn't go as well as they could have. But I thought that USA overall had a really good Olympic Games.
Specifically on Noah Lyle and his 100-meter final. Like, what did you make of that performance? It was such a tight race.
Yeah, it was tight, but the 100 meters is often very tight. For the most part, he's been running the best the last couple of years. He was world champion. He hadn't lost a really big 100 meters in a long time. So I thought that the best person won, and the one who ran the best, most prepared, definitely won it. So I thought he ran really well.
So I was in Paris and I spoke with a lot of former track and field athletes, and I asked all of them who's Noah Lyle's biggest enemy, and they all said himself. Do you agree on that? Yeah,
I think enemy is the wrong way to think of it. It's who's your competition. I mean, and when you say yourself, what we really mean is excellence, which is missing in a lot of sports nowadays. We're so focused on the prize, not the excellence. So I agree, because the only way to win races is to run faster than everyone else. And if you're already ahead and you keep running faster, then they don't catch you.
What's the meaning of victory for you?
Victory?
Yeah.
That's personal. And for everyone has victory. For me, it's just, can you look at a performance or whatever you do and say, I did my absolute best? And if I didn't, can I learn from it? So victory is winning. I've had a lot of chances to win a lot of races. But I had some performances that I'm also proud of, that I learned more. So, and it could be wins, it could be losses. So I think victory is when you take it and get something out of it and get the best out of it, whether it's that day or whether you use that to get the best out of something later.
What's your memories of Atlanta, your last dance?
Oh, my goodness. You got to reaching back. No, Atlanta was incredible. I didn't think there were numerous things going on. First of all, I never thought I'd be at the Olympics, in 4 Olympics. I never thought that I would run that long. So to even be there is a big issue. Being, the oldest athlete that was there, one of the oldest in the entire team, was big also. But I think the biggest thing was it just showed me that the fundamentals of jumping that I learned early allowed me to get through that. If I was, my entire career, it wasn't about hoping I could jump far that day. I knew how far I could jump each meet. Now, when you have a great meet like Tokyo or whatever, I didn't think I'd jump over 29 feet 3 times, but I knew I could jump 29 feet. And I knew that I could jump 850 or so that day. So I think the biggest thing for me was that it was all done 15 years earlier when I learned how to jump, respected the challenge of it, the difficulty of it, started jumping over 853 as much as possible, and to get consistent so that I knew that I could be ahead of everyone else.
Can I ask you something? World Athletics this year announced that all the gold medal winners will get $50,000, $50,000 as a reward.
Yeah.
I asked the same question to Usain Bolt, and he said, well, can that be retroactive and I can get some money from my... But jokes aside, do you think it was due and maybe a little bit too late? Would you have seen it happening a little bit earlier?
Well, I mean, I don't look at things like that. I mean, it's just, look, when I came into my career, my mentors were Bob Beamon, the 1968, 72, 76, they hardly received anything. So I don't really look at it. I was able to take it to another level financially. I did extremely well financially. So I'm like, it's their time now. So I'm happy for it. I hope that by the next Olympic Games, we could up that to all three medalists. I don't think we should go farther than that, but I think all 3 medalists should be the goal for us to give some sort of financial support to the next Olympic Games around. So I support it 100%.
The last one for me.